Hello, welcome to the 12th podcast on SJHD 101. Today it is just me because Arthur's going on holiday, and also recording the video thing because we don't actually have any gameplay to show you. So if you do have any gameplay that you'd like to be featured on the podcast, then tell us below, leave a video response or post YouTube message us, whatever it's called, PM us, and we will feature the gameplay because we kind of have stopped recording COD gameplay, and it doesn't actually have to be COD gameplay. You send us, it can be any gameplay, GTA, Assassin's Creed, honestly just something to show, because if you're just talking and there's a black screen, it's a bit kind of hard to keep focused on. So yeah, that's why we're doing video. Well, I'm doing video today, and Arthur will be available for the next podcast. We did miss last week's podcast. I know we did actually record one, but it wasn't very good, so I decided to kind of leave it out. But let's see if this podcast is any good. Anyway, I don't really have anything special to talk about. I'm just gonna check BBC News. Let's see what's new. I mean, I could talk about technology news, but it seems that every time it's just me, and all I do is talk about technology. Well, actually, I would like to talk about Lego Bricks. Now, Lego Bricks was formerly Reluction, and it's kind of our other channel. This is SHD 101 currently, is just our podcast channel. We may do some Let's Plays together, although we may just stick that to our gaming channels. Anyway, Lego Bricks, formerly Reluction, is now a Lego channel. And basically what we do is we do unboxings and building. So we show setup. I will actually show you some video footage. And so we have Lego. So we build Lego stuff like this. So this is the bus. Let me just get that in focus. Come on. Anyway, this is the bus from Lego City Town Square set 60026, and so we unbox and build them. So we kind of do a time lapse there, and also we review them. So I've actually reviewed another set down there. That set 60026. I need to record the review. So that's the Lego channel, and we also are doing a Lego City series. Well, yeah, a Lego series, like not time lapse, stop motion. We've recorded episode 1, but we're gonna start recording episode 2 as soon as he comes back. I'm just gonna throw him in here, and we're gonna start recording, and because we want to get these episodes done, and we plan to do season 1, and also this podcast series, Lego Bricks, my channel, my gaming channel, Gamers3 100, Arthur's gaming channel, are really gonna have very little videos from September basically until June next year. So that's like a long time. It's not a whole year, but it's nearly an academic year. And essentially this is because of something called school and something else called exams, and next academic year is year 11 for us, so that's when we have all the exams and stuff. So videos really are going to be like pushed way to the side. It's like revision, and then the other core stuff, and then stuff like filming videos, playing games, that's going to be pushed to the side. So you may see a few videos, but the weekly podcast, I say weekly podcast because they haven't been nearly every week. I think we've only missed about 2 or 3. It's not the biggest end of the world, but yes, I apologize for that. Anyway, that stuff's going to be pushed to the side. So these podcasts, Lego Bricks videos, whatever it is, will be pushed to the side. We do obviously have half terms, breaks off, where we may do videos, it depends, but really this is going to be a very kind of not forgotten about, but just like kind of pushed aside. It's really not going to be a core focus. However, in June, that's when we finish, I believe, all our exams, end of June, mid-June, and we have until September, like halfway through September or something, of just free time. It's a bit longer than the normal summer holiday because you finish earlier in year 11 because, once you finish your exams, you don't have to go to school anymore. And so I'm gonna try anyway, to do a video every day of July and August. So that is 61 days. 61 days. So that's 61 videos. Now, you might be like, what happens when you're on holiday? Well, I'm gonna also schedule videos. And I think Gamers View 100, that's Alpha. I don't know to refer to him as Alpha, Gamers View 100. I don't know, because he's known on YouTube as Gamers View 100, but obviously I know him as Alpha. But yeah, so 61 videos, 61 days. If I go on holiday, I'll have to schedule videos. Probably the best thing if you're gonna do something like this, I mean, if you ever have the idea, is record more than 61 or record more than the set amount of days, just in case maybe the video you record it but then afterwards you realize it's not that great, and so just try and make as many videos as possible. So this won't apply to this channel. This channel will still, in June we'll stick it back to the weekly schedule. This will apply to my channel, Dominic London, and maybe Gamers Review 100 is doing the same thing. We were talking about it. That was actually going to be last week's podcast, but there were some technical difficulties as to why that wasn't uploaded. So yeah, let's look at some news. What about business? I just like interesting, like weird news. Nothing like anything too specific. Technology. What's technology news? The Moto X. The Moto X, I'm not going to talk about it. All I'm going to say is Motorola are biased to America. They're basically racist. So it won't be coming to Europe. Yay for us. Oh, the future of gaming, that kind of relates to us. Oh yeah, there was some news about the Xbox One actually, more good news. Firstly, they talked a bit more about the reputation system, which if it is done properly, I'm really excited for, because basically what it will do is trolls, people that or hackers, or just people that aren't nice, that swear a lot, they will be shoved into, their own lobby where they'll be matched with other trolls. So trolls will be trolling other trolls, and the good people kind of never really have to experience it. This is if it works, obviously. So the good people will be able to play other good people. Now, the reputation system, it doesn't have anything to do with how good you are at game, because that's unfair. But it has to do with if you are trolling, hacking, cheating, and then if people report you, then it may affect your reputation system. That is the only problem I have. How are people going to report you? Can they just report you and really have no evidence? Currently, I mean, you can report someone and you can report them. You don't even need evidence. But currently it doesn't really do anything. But hopefully on the Xbox One it will be a major role. And secondly, they also released some news that they are slightly enhancing the graphics chip in the Xbox One. It's still not as good as the PS4, but I believe that was the same on the PS3. It had slightly better hardware, but most of the games in the last generation actually look better on the Xbox 360. Now this was because of how awkward Sony made it for some reason for developers to develop games on the PS3, but they have fixed it on the PS4, so it'll be interesting. I would assume that they are going to be very similar. The graphics are basically going to be the same, because it doesn't really make sense for a developer to say, oh well, the Sony system has a better graphics, let's put all our energy onto that, and then the Xbox One version, for it to make sense for them, they're gonna probably release the games basically the same way. And I mean, the thing with these two consoles is they don't really now have any standout features. I mean, most of the features that were on the PS4 are now on the Xbox One. I mean, I would say the Xbox One has the features advantage because of the Kinect, and I think this is going to be huge. And a lot of people are like, why do you want to multitask on your Xbox? But I think it's good because currently you have to close it down. So when I'm playing GTA 4, let's say I just want to watch maybe a tutorial on GTA 4. Let's say I don't have my iPad or my laptop. Let's just fling that to the side. Currently, I would have to close GTA 4, so I'd have to save the game, quit it, go to the YouTube app, load the YouTube app, watch the video, close the YouTube app, reopen GTA 4. That could take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, obviously depending how long the video is. But that's a long time. It's a lot of time wasted. And what happens if you're like, I forgot what happened in the video. You're going to have to do the close, restart it. But on the Xbox One, swipe in, however you just say Xbox, open YouTube, you'll put that to the side. And if you want full screen on them, you can switch them. They're still running. Obviously there's going to be a limit to how many applications can have open. But there was also some news about Windows RT apps on the Xbox One. I think in the future they're basically gonna the Xbox One, Windows 8 are gonna merge completely. It's gonna be unified. Similarly with Windows Phone, Windows 8, it's just gonna be Windows. The Xbox UI is gonna be, the Xbox One UI and the current Xbox 360 UI are still very resemblant of Windows 8. But it'll be basically the same. Probably won't the Xbox go away flying. Probably will never have the desktop view, but then in the later versions of Windows 8, they will probably eventually get rid of the desktop version. So I'm kind of excited for that. It would be awesome, and I'm pretty excited. And I think I don't know 100%, but I've heard, an analyst expects the Xbox One to sell a 3-to-1 ratio on the PS4, which is huge. That means for every one PS4 sold, 3 Xbox Ones will be sold. So it'll have 3 times the market share. I don't know if that is just an analyst. It may not be true. I would say it might 2-to-1, maybe more obvious, but still 2-to-1. That's double. That is double. That is amazing. That's better than the Xbox 360 did it over the PS3. The Xbox 360 did beat the PS3. I think even a Sony fanboy can admit that the Xbox 360 won this generation. The next generation is going to be interesting. A lot of people after the DRM switch, they just went to Xbox. It's true. A lot of the people like Sony all the way because Xbox and Microsoft are being idiots. Now they're like, they kind of got rid of the stupidness, so if the Xbox One is a better system for me, then I'm gonna go with it. And there was also other news about the Xbox One indie game developers. They're making it easier for indie developers to basically just, it's not going to be really stupid where there's like loads of crap uploaded, but it's going to be basically, if I have an Xbox One, you want to make a game, you know how to make a game, you can develop the game and then just publish it. Obviously it'll be checked, probably similar to how it is more so on iOS than Android, because Android they're a bit more loose on their terms when it comes to app development. That's why you get, to be honest, there are a load of crap apps on Android, but on the Xbox One, hopefully they're gonna games are gonna be more like apps. Now I wish this would be the same with the price, that they would actually get cheaper prices. And I just want to talk about this quickly. I realized when I got Assassin's Creed 2, it's free on Xbox Live if you have gold membership. I believe it's still ready for download, and there are other games which are free. When I downloaded that and played it, I realized how much I love having the game on the console rather than a disc, because it may sound really lazy, but when I want to play Assassin's Creed 3, not Creed 3, Creed 2, all I need to do is just go to games, launch Assassin's Creed 2. Whenever. It's like when Minecraft, you know, I never have to go over, put the disc in, and I love having the games, downloading games online. The only problem is the price, really. And I mean, I don't even really mind the download because you only have to download it once. It does take long if you have slow internet, that's true. But you know, once Assassin's Creed 2 was downloaded, I mean, on Xbox 360 even, you can, if you turn the console off, it will continue that download when you turn it back on, so it's not a huge deal. But it's just so much easier, but it is more expensive. Like, Black Ops 1 is £40. Black Ops 1, a 3-year-old game now, nearly 3-year-old game. That is stupid. That game should be about £10. That's how much it is probably in game. I mean, there's no reason for it to be more expensive. It really should be less expensive. It's like ebooks. They are now becoming less expensive. I think that's gonna happen with the games. You know, they're gonna, currently they're stupid prices. They're gonna become cheaper than buying the copy in the store, and the majority of people who have internet access will download the games now, and that, I think, would be a revolution that would be, well, kind of, it may take a long time for everyone to kind of get into the idea, but I just think that downloading games is far superior. I mean, we already see on Steam, and no one's complaining about Steam, really. People that use Steam, obviously people that don't use it, they're going to be like, oh, well, you know, Xbox is better, but that has nothing to do with it. But Steam can do it, they can do it at decent prices. I mean, let's go to Steam now. Probably will take ages to load up. And yeah, so downloading games, that, I think that's what Microsoft were trying to do with when they had the DRM backwards, I'd like to say. But the way they said it, you know, no one was really buying that. That was completely their fault. Let's just see how much Black Ops 1 is. And Steam have loads of sales. I very rarely see any good sales on PlayStation Plus. No, not PlayStation Plus. PSN or Xbox Live. Let's see Black Ops 1. That's Black Ops 2. Black Ops 1 is... Wow. Yeah, that is stupid. It's also £40 on Steam. Well, that is ridiculous. Wow. Well, Steam, you've got to reduce your prices, but Steam do have sales that are decent. Summer sales and the winter sales. The sales on Xbox Live, even if you're Xbox Live Gold members, they're nothing to shout about. On PSN, they're just trolls, because if you're not a PlayStation Plus member, which you will have to be on the PS4, by the way, if you want to play online, you need PlayStation Plus to get the deals, and the deals are generally, it says 50% off, it shows like Tomb Raider, and then Tomb Raider's still the same price, and it's actually just 50% off some crap game no one wants to buy. And like, I mean, look at this. Well, you can't see this. I'm actually gonna screenshot this. Look at that deal there. For £5, you can get Sleeping Dogs. That's still a decent game. For £5, 75% off, and it's normally £20. There you go. It's just awesome, and I don't know why Black Ops 1 is just so expensive. It's a bad example. But, yeah, I would really love to see a Steam-like approach to the next gen. Later on, they're not going to do it straight away. I think we could see it in 2 years' time. I don't know when the next gen, I don't think anyone is thinking about that currently, but I really hope that they kind of fix this downloading games online, because there's no disadvantage to it itself. It may take long to download at first, but it's one download, and if you have decent internet, it's not that bad. And yeah, if they can, I will be very happy with the next gen if they really push downloading games online. Anyway, guys, that has been the 12th podcast. If you did enjoy, please give this a like. 20 minutes, not that bad. I thought I could only talk for 10 minutes. Anyway, please do support this channel by subscribing. It really helps us out. If you know how to put a podcast on iTunes, please tell us, because we would like to distribute this to iTunes to turn it, because iTunes is the podcasting platform. Are there even podcasts on Google Play? I don't know. It's not really a big thing, but all the podcasts seem to be on iTunes. We would love to know if any of you know how to put podcasts on iTunes. Please help us out, because we would love to put this on iTunes so that you don't have to have internet access to watch it. And sometimes you might want to, if you're driving to work, whatever, you might just want to listen to the podcast, but obviously you don't have internet access, or if you have it on the YouTube app, then you can't do other things on your phone. Anyway, guys, gracias, and remember, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next week. Well, me and Arthur. That chair represents Arthur, because that's his chair. Anyway.